going to try something new and tell you my story. So my name's Roger, I'm the founder of Swish. My parents were, they're Cambodian, they lived through the killing fields and we're refugees and we arrived in Australia. My story is, I'm in a way a success story. I grew up in hard western suburbs, where I was living as public housing, some neo-Nazis, but I was able to find my way into a very prestigious law firm, which ended up being one of the biggest law firms in the world, and being admitted as a lawyer in Hong Kong. And what I found throughout the whole journey was that I was able to ask for things, and people were able to give me things which I call gifts, which were invaluable, that got me to where I am now. There were people who gave me resources, people who gave me skills, and others just gave me a lot of really good feedback. And so what I've created is a gift registry for your life. And the reason I've done that is because I believe that everyone should have the opportunities that I was given, but because I was able to, I suppose, speak out and network in a way that other people weren't, they haven't been able to get that. So I'll show you how it works and why and what the problem is. Oops, it's jumped us. The problem is that the way we gift and the way we give things to people, it's broken. It's broken because we don't know what people want, we don't know what people need on the one side, and the people who have skills and resources, which are the most valuable thing, they end up doing.
Right, you can use someone else can flip and or you can use the remote there. There's a remote there.
You can signal me.
Okay. What ends up happening is that there's these information gaps and people try to guess what people want, and rather than giving what people really need and drawing on their resources, you go and you buy things and you spend a lot of money. You spend a lot of money because you think that if you spend a lot of money, someone's going to value it more, but that's not necessarily the case. So what we have is these unwanted gifts. In Australia alone, every year there's about $700 million worth of this deadweight loss.
Can you increase the percentage so it's bigger?
And so what we want to do, we want to make gifting meaningful again. And the reason why other platforms haven't been able to do it is because they normally focus on, if you go to the next slide, they focus on goods.
Wait, slowly.
Yep, sorry. They focus on goods or...
The next one.
Yes. So one of these slides, the way that the registers works, you've got to choose something from one of their sites. But people want a whole variety of things. We're complex beings. We just don't want a particular product. We may want an experience, maybe we want advice, we want a range of things, we want a combination of those things, but you can't get that from somewhere like Amazon. So they limit what they can give you, and the design isn't very intuitive. The crowdfunding sites, they're kind of binary, so you either succeed or you don't. It doesn't, I suppose, recognise getting closer to something and working together and that meaning that's created along the way. And the other sites that are in existence are pretty poor design. And so what we do is, if you go to the next slide, we allow you to wish for anything. You can wish for anything you want. And that just opens up the market of what people can give. And this allows people to discover what you want. And we've introduced this thing where when people start saying, you know what, I can help make that happen, we've introduced this new function called a wink. When someone winks something, it means I want to help you make that happen. And so you can imagine when it gets closer, say, to your birthday or to a major event, you start getting these winks, and you know that people are beginning to collaborate, and it builds that excitement back up in terms of what's going to make your life meaningful, and will allow people to collaborate to get what it is that you need. If we go to the next slide, why that's important is because when you open the field of what people can wish for, and you open the field of what people can give, you create what we call this swish spot. And there's a lot of research to show that when people actually give to people, it creates long-lasting happiness, and people are really happy when they're doing what they like to do. So I was trained as a lawyer. If someone said to me, I need some legal advice, and it was my friend, I'd want to know, and that's meaningful to me. as opposed to having to go, it's a friend's birthday or whatever, I'm going to go down to the shop and get something. That creates an ephemeral type of happiness, whereas this is meaningful for both parties. You go to the next slide. So what we say is we built on what's happening now. You can see it happening in Uber in terms of the sharing economy. We're taking it one step further. We're saying you can actually share not just your car, you can share whatever's meaningful to you, whatever matters to you, whatever experience you have, whatever resources that you may have, you can share that with the people that matter most to you.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. You can get to the slide after. You can go to the next slide after. Yep. So you can see in terms of the size of the market of people doing social shopping, which is in a way, similar to what we've done. In the number of years they've grown massive. We think that we're even bigger than that. We're another class. If you go to the next slide, that's it. This is we're looking to raise. We're looking to raise around about that much. This is an old slide. We're looking to raise actually a bit less than that, a lot less than that, and to use the money to really grow the team.
What does the person who gets the gift have to give in exchange?
No, because you're giving to people who are close to you, but gifting naturally is reciprocal. And so what you'll find is that in a lot of cultures, when someone gives to you, you want to give back, and you may not want to give back. You may want to give back to that person, or you may want to give back to your community. But it generates that goodwill. Yeah, that's the team that we have up there.
Well, that's the theme of Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff. He said, the more I give, the better I feel. I mean, that's his motto. I mean, he wants to share his wealth.
Well, people feel great when they give, and a lot of the time in the gifting process, what happens is you're developing this relationship with this other person because you have to step into the shoes of someone else. When I think about having to get a gift for someone, I'm thinking about that person, what that person needs, and I build this intimate relationship. And it's actually one way, because the recipient, if they don't get what they want, they're like, I don't like it. And it's not two-way. And so what we're trying to do, we're trying to make it two-way again. And some people have said, well, if people put up what they want, then there's no surprise. But we say there's what we call focused creativity. You can be creative in that sphere to create something special. Yeah.
Can you talk us through what it would look like, say, like on my phone, and say I'm thinking of a specific person and they're on this?
Yeah, you can have a look.
They say something and then two other people say, oh, I want to help in that too.
Yeah,
like they want to go to.
Yeah, we've got a short video if you want to. If you want to watch it, it's about a minute and.
Yeah. Yes.
In a few seconds. Sorry. You can keep asking me questions whilst I load up the video.
Well, I'm assuming the video's going to answer.
I like the part, the gifting 3.0.
Is that the pitch that you do to raise money?
No, I thought I'd just do something a little bit different, given that it's a different crowd.
By the way, your site is live?
It's in beta at the moment.
Okay.
And the question was, you had some feedback, I imagine.
Oh, if it's not an investment pitch, then it doesn't.
Then tell me,
sorry.
go ahead, Natalia.
I would just suggest to take a fat.com from your deck.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say that.
To be going out of business.
No. That's an old.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't expecting to come here, and they said we're doing pictures, so I pulled up a slide.
There are a bunch of companies you can replace that.
Yeah.
Who's making it big in e-commerce?
Who was that that's going out of business?
In e-commerce.
Huh?
It's like Make-A-Wish Foundation.
The King's Lane, One King's Lane. That's
All of those flash deals have crazy valuation on Guild.com,
Guild.com, yeah.
Outlook, they're ridiculous.
Guild is good. You're gonna have some.
Money like tomorrow.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not. So there's probably sound as well.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys.
Give your cell phone to them.
Yeah.
You can try this if this is gonna work.
Explore, see what your friends have been up to, and browse what your friends want. On Swish, you can wish for anything. For instance, Mia is community minded, so for her birthday, she would like her friends to volunteer with her at a soup kitchen. Emma would love any skincare product from Aesop because it gives her skin life. And for my birthday, I would like advanced swimming lessons because that would give me the confidence to surf. You can swish what you want by uploading an image using an inbuilt image search or the swish stick, which grabs images from web pages you're browsing. You can also re-swish what other people or organisations have swished. It's that easy. Trent's birthday is the next event, so I check out what he wants. Trent's passionate about health and nutrition. One thing he swished is for his friends to eat a vegan meal on his birthday. Awesome, I can do that, so I wink it. This lets Trent and his friends know I'm thinking of getting it. Now I begin secretly collaborating on the Wink chatboard with his other friends who have winked it too. Trent can't read what we're discussing, so the gift remains a surprise. I see that Mia, an amazing chef, has offered to cook the vegan dinner. Natasha has offered to bake his favourite vegan dessert. Oscar proposes to host the dinner on his rooftop terrace. Emma says, even though she's overseas on Trent's birthday, she'll eat a vegan dinner too that night. I offer to organise a DJ and buy drinks. This dinner is gonna rock, and Swish helped make it happen. Swish, the place for more meaningful and collaborative gifting.
Huh? That's a 5. That's a 5, yeah? Awesome.
It's a 5. It's a good idea.
Do that with your pitch, the same thing.
It's a good one.
Apply that with your pitch.
All right, right bunch.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Good. Awesome, boys.